about conversations. That's why we have MX Live here on MX24GH, you know, because there's so many ups and downs in this industry. I'm assuming just like every other industry, but because we're not as big as other industries, you know, the conversations that come up are usually tight-knit between usually those who are spearheading the industry. So yeah, there's a lot we're going to get into today, but if you want to be part of these conversations, very, very simple. MX24GH, every single platform, the hashtag is MX Live. Send us messages, makes it easier to find your stuff, you know, to stay interactive with everything that's going on. And even the things that we talk about, we post them on our social media pages with the videos. We post spits on our YouTubes. We're online. So yes, please go and check us out. You can subscribe to our YouTube pages, and like I said, you can follow us on all these other platforms like Instagram, Snapchat. Yep, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else. Please be a part of the conversation. Apart from this, we have our MX Live playlist where every single Friday we create the best songs, I always say, in the clubs, on the streets, per social media, per all these platforms like Aftown, like Spotify, looking at radio, looking at TV, and we bring it to you the best way possible. Because think about it, there's so much music coming out these days. I mean, you don't necessarily even need a record label. You can be in your room, get a couple of beats, drop something, and there's music out there. So the thing is, we look through all these other platforms and we bring it to you the best way possible. mx24online.com/MXLive. You can go there and see all the artists, all the songs, your favorite songs across the whole world, of course, including Ghana. We bring it to you, again, the best way possible, every single Friday. So we dropped the last playlist last Friday, and we're going to drop the other one this coming Friday. We're very, very up to date with when it comes to staying interactive with you guys. Guys, I'm going to go for a quick commercial break. Like I said, there's a lot to get into. And I have Camilo coming through today. Very, very happy because he has a new project out there. We're going to talk about his plans for 2020. Just like I said, you know, artists and their plans, their projects, the structures, you know, when it comes to releasing music and staying in the know of what's going on in the game. So, quick commercial break. We'll be right back. MX24GH every single platform. The hashtag is MX Live with Jason Alay. Please send us these messages and stay interactive as possible. As you know, I never do this by myself. I have amazing ladies and gentlemen who join me, you know, on this show because there's a lot we delve into. So it's good to pick their brains, just like we love to pick your brains per the things you tell us, you know, in reference to what's going on in the industry, the music, and it's a whole lot of stuff. And just like that, today I have two gentlemen in the studio. I don't know, they're already giggling. I haven't had this pair in a while, and it's always a problem. Prudent, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Officially or unofficially signed to Dream Chasers? Me,
yeah, I'm one of Dream Chasers, A&R or maybe scout agent here in Ghana. So
okay.
Since our big man is
looking forward, me.
We will still look at your data.
I'll go to the States. Okay.
And you need to send forward us your data through our email, Dream Chasers, and we'll get back to you. But then we are looking at signing some great Ghanaian artists. A lot of suggestions have come up. Kwesi, Jamaica, Sarkodie himself has come up. So
I love the seriousness, you know.
Yeah, I'm serious, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking forward to receiving these applicants, and then we'll work towards it. Yeah. But it's been a while we met. But then normally we come on the show on Fridays. I mean, myself and Bygone. But today we are here on
the last time you guys were here was a problem.
What was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, really?
Okay. Anyways, we're going to see how it goes today. Bygone. I miss you, bro. I haven't seen you this year, have I?
Yeah.
No, I just
actually. Are you working on your beans business? Is it because
we are actually trying to open a new branch, you know, in East Legon. So that is what we are working on. Because the Gobedia, you know, with the brand and packaging, everything, you have to go global. Yeah. But I'm doing good anyway. Just that I've been busy in and out and all that. So
has the year kicked off on a good note? Not even just with you, but with the workspace, you know, and what's going on in the industry. Because, you know, the things that go on are the things we talk about, you know, the fans want to see. So how about that? Has it been energetic so far this year?
Well, I would say so far this one has been one of the greatest in my life because it started from 28th, 29th 31st, and now through the new year, I've been moving in and out, and you know, it's
nice
you know,
one, nice one, nice one. It's good to see our brothers are doing well. You know, more money in their pockets, but my Momo number never rings. I don't know why, and that's something
I've been texting you. I mean,
looking at gentlemen who are opening branches in East Legon and who are working with Meat Mill. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, that's like.
So Jason, for me, I've been trying to get you to find out whether it's a Vodafone cash or a mobile money, but you've not been picking up your call because the area network.
Can you believe? Poor. Funny enough, last week I think I was here. I asked of you, and they said, "Oh, you are not in Ghana at the moment." I was like, "Wow, that's."
MX24G, every single platform. The hashtag is MX Live. Please keep the messages coming through. Bygone,
bro,
have you ever been asked to work on a project where declining was a problem, so you had to make, so to speak, excuses or dodge for whatever reason, maybe because you didn't want to look bad or it just wasn't the right time, but because of the relationship you had with the person, you personally, as a blogger?
Yes, I think that it has one way or the other happened to me a couple of times, because there's a quote out there that do not try to inherit your friends, or let's say the people you know, their enemies, but sometimes because of loyalty, when you try to do one of these things, you may look like the disloyal there. So sometimes we have to squeeze ourselves.
Okay, so that's happened to you. Put it, how about you? Maybe you've been invited to a show, you didn't want to go, but you did not say no, or for whatever reason, got a couple of messages you didn't reply to.
Yeah. I think for me, I can't really say that I've turned down an offer I didn't like. Most of the time I think I'm straightforward, you understand? So I try to keep it, you know, right? If it's a no, it's a no. I won't beat around the bush. And I just told you, please, I can't do this. And I think one of these things I also learned from you. You have to, before trying with people,
you have
to tell them, look, it goes beyond this. I have to do this, I have to do. And a couple of times I've been with you where you've also spoken about how you have to be very honest with these people. So
we are learning.
Yeah. So for me, I've become very honest with people. If I can't do this, I can't.
Have you been on the other end?
Where people have turned down my proposal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not directly.
Oh, yeah. You know, from their actions, you would realize they're not interested in it.
How did you feel about that?
I didn't feel bad.
Were you hurt?
I wasn't
even
hurt.
Though it's business?
Because they come back to beg for it. And you know it.
Bygone, have you been on the other end?
Oh, yeah, it's true. There are people who turn down some offers that I give to them. Fast forward, they watch me, they look at me, they won't, and I won't work with them.
Okay. Even if it was a good business proposal, wouldn't you say you're being emotional?
I'm not being
because
emotional.
Of how they treated you.
I actually when they came back, I spoke to them. I realized it wasn't even better offer. It wasn't good. So the thing
I'm assuming also you've been on the other end. You know, where you've asked for favors. Now, I'm sure a lot of people, unless you've not been following what's been happening in Ghana, Sako there. And you know, the thing about this whole thing, right, with him and Samini, you know, the call-in when it was at Hits FM, you know, shouts to them and Andy Dusty. I've seen on other platforms and how this whole thing has erupted, you know, into a wider conversation. I think it's quite interesting, right? And the reason more so is now when these things happen, I think before, years gone by, something like this would happen and everyone would just go to one side because of who's involved or the platforms. But now, maybe because of social media, right? Because more voices are being added into these conversations, people are very, they're not on the fence. They're either here or there. So I was watching something on UTV also, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Miss G, you know, she made a statement that was very interesting, right? And she was like, heavy wears the crown. So my thing was, and the reason why I'm saying all this was, it comes up and I was asking myself, is it because it's Sako there? You know, again, for the past couple of weeks, right, this word has come up a lot, entitlement. I mean, feeling like people owe you something, right? Feeling like there's a need for someone to offer a service because of their relationship, because of what they've done for you and all these little things, or just because he is Sako there. And again, I'm sure he's not the only one who's been through this, just like I asked you guys. Again, Samini's involved, Sakode's involved. These are two of the biggest names in the industry, right? They know how they're going to handle this. But the way it's balled over, right? I was even watching like the interview on Hits FM, and I saw Sakode's demeanor, his response. Obviously, he wasn't happy about it. But one thing I love about him is his calmness. Now, Samini on the other side.
And you heard what he said after the interview, after Samini left on the line.
What did he say? Tell me.
He was like, Andy, I want the person to frame interview. Okay,
so this is all just to say, right, people are very, they're not on the fences either here or there. Now, Bulldog says something very, very interesting, right? We're not going to go into the whole thing, right? But some things that some artists have said, you know, some presenters have said, some voices in the industry have said. Bulldog said, now he was speaking about the fact that people don't necessarily owe anyone anything and how it goes on. He said, let me find this. The subject is very delicate, and this is what I'll say. Nobody owes anybody anything. Whether it's a response or a collaboration, we must understand that nothing is permanent. Carried on say, with the issues of blue ticks, sometimes I forget to reply even after opening the message after 2 weeks. I don't know why some people will take these things to heart, so I think we are unnecessarily being unfair to Sarkodie. When you want to work with an artist, you write to them and tell them the details of the job. Now again, is it because it's Sarkodie? Is it because of what's going on? But let's also not remember the people involved. It's not like I'm asking Sarkodie for a feature, because obviously Sarkodie has done this for years. He's a legend. I respect him, right? These are his peers. This
is Samini. Peers. Sarkodie and Samini are not peers.
Okay, they're not
Samini
peers.
broke out in 1999.
My mistake.
2001.
Not his peers, right? But in terms of how well they've done, we can't take away from the fact that they're legends in the game. Again, not necessarily peers, right? So that respect is there. But you would say a peer is Edem. Edem has said the same thing. You would say a peer is Kwakese. Kwakese has said the same thing. Again, I'm not saying Samini is a peer, but in terms of how well they've done. And the conversation is still going on, right? Because now people are saying, if this thing keeps going on, that means there is a problem because everyone is talking about it. Again, Sarkodie doesn't owe anybody anything. Maybe their relationship, maybe, you know, because people have done favors for him. Where do you stand on this as of now, before we carry on with the conversation?
Okay, for me, I don't agree with Sarkodie. I don't support anything Sarkodie is doing. I believe he's wrong. He's finding it very difficult to apologize or understand. I think Sarkodie is wrong on this matter. And the reason is that this is not the first time somebody has come up with an allegation like this. That Sarkodie didn't respond on time, Sarkodie let him down, Sarkodie didn't do. Because, for instance, even an issue with Edem like this, that Sarkodie refused to show up for the video shoot. He was asked on Zakon FM. Do you know what Sarkodie said?
Tell us.
He said if the mother even calls him, he doesn't pick it up. I think that was wrong. It was wrong. Like, I feel like this is an opportunity for him to clear the air.
With that statement, I think Sarkodie has given a bit of context. Listen.
You can't.
I'm not trying to defend him, right? But if he's saying, or sometimes he misses his mother's calls, obviously when you put an artist and Sarkodie's mother on the pedestal, it's his mother first, right? Understandably so. So if he's saying, oh, sometimes even he doesn't respond to
But who's talking about your mom? Don't bring your mom in this discussion. The question is, a colleague in the industry has reached out, and it's business. And we know how invested this industry has become. Video shoot, calling directors, buying outfits, and then you are on set and waiting for Sarkodie to come, or the person that would make the project complete, and the person doesn't show up. And later when you hear the person talk on radio, when this question is posed to that person, to tell us that even when the mother calls him, he doesn't pick up the call. I think it was very, very disrespectful. It was very appalling, unacceptable. Secondly, this is not the first time. A lot of people have come up.
Okay, let me ask you this: would you have said the same thing?
No.
If it was,
I wouldn't say that. Like,
would you have said the same thing if, per what we've heard, right? That's what we want to say. Maybe he hasn't responded. If Sarkodie had responded and said no for business reasons, would you have said the same thing?
Yeah, I'll say
for business reasons.
For business reasons,
he's a businessman.
I'm saying for business reasons, I didn't show up for the video shoot. Or which one? Which of them? Is this a mini issue?
I mean, for whatever reason, he wasn't on someone's project. If it was, listen again, if it was for business reasons, he said no. Would you have said the same thing?
If it was a business, it was a business reason, we wouldn't get to where we are now.
Samini, that's what I'm saying. If it were, we are okay because it's context.
Samini wouldn't even come up to say all these things. You know why? Samini's issue is not with Sarkodie not replying his text. So is Sarkodie delaying him and not being forthright with him and telling him?
So if he had been forthright, again, Prudence, and he said no,
yes, we agree.
We have been saying this.
We agree, thing. Yes, because it doesn't feel like, okay, I'm working with that. Look at the issue with Nasty C, when he was talking about the fact that he's been eyeing Sarkodie for a feature because he said he's creating his album. What can you do about that?
Bygone. Bro. Now we've gone to a lot. I can see you taking slow breaths in and out because you want to add your voice. What's your take on this?
Well, to me, I don't have any issue with Sarkodie because for all you know, or might not know exactly what he's doing or whatever.
So you don't agree with Prudent?
Of course, I don't agree with him.
I wasn't even expecting to agree with me.
You understand? Because for all you know, the life we know of Sarkodie is basically what we see on the internet or perhaps on our TV. We don't know what the person is really going through, right?
Rightly so. Rightly so.
Except what he puts on social media. For all you know, this morning we don't know what Sarkodie have been through. No, relax, bro, relax. You see the way I kept quiet for you? Relax, give me. Dream chase.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, for all you know, you and I don't know what Sarkodie have been through this morning.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's been through this month, except for the fact that he posts on social media. And the one thing that we should also know that the fact that I helped you climb something doesn't mean that when it's my turn, you do for me. I mean, we have lots of people. We all we came up with different. No, relax. Relax. What am I just giving you just your face expression. Take what here. Take what here. So what I'm saying is that look, if I helped you get a level, it's up to me to have it in mind that when it's my time, you will do it for me. And the moment that you did it for me, it's not. We are not in the same time at the moment. You understand? So for all you know, we don't know what Sarkodie is going through. So when you ask Sarkodie for help or when you ask him to do something because you did it for him and then it's your turn and he's not doing it, you just have to accept the fact that the person won't do it. So you have to move on. You understand? But for Samini to post all these online, well, I think he's a legend. Relax, bossy. Relax. I beg you. Samini is a legend. And, well, in a way, in the court, he deserves that respect.
Okay, let me ask you this. Has this thing boiled over because of the relationship we assume they have? Samini even said they don't even text on a basis.
Exactly.
No, so is that why this thing has gone this far?
Sarkodie and Samini are down for. I mean, I think they did it on a business level or because he respected Samini as a legend and he's a legend in.
Let's not forget, Samini said he did something under 24 hours for him.
No, for me, Jason, you know why?
So if he did it on the 24 hours, Sarkodie might take 24 years or 24 months or I don't know 24
weeks.
We
can't hold him. Necessarily accountable.
At the end of the day, at the end of the year, we can't do anything about it.
I don't think Samini has an issue with Sarkodie turning down his offer. His issue is Sarkodie delaying his project.
Bro, he posted it on social media. He posted it.
When we were talking, I was quiet. Please allow me to talk. Now let's go. So my issue is that Samini is somebody who is upset with Sarkodie because Sarkodie delayed him. Because he was expecting for the future, because he gave him that guarantee that he's going to work on it. He sent him 3 songs. He chose 1 out of the 3. Asked him, what are you doing? Are you doing an album or an EP? He told him, I'm doing an EP. And that's the last song on the EP to wrap it all up. So for Samini, he doesn't have a problem with Sarkodie. He says, no. According to Samini also, he said, if it takes Sarkodie, he doesn't and he doesn't have an issue with that because Sarkodie is not his friend. And Sarkodie sitting there knew that he's not his friend. It was on a business level. He felt like, oh, since I've done something for you, just return it. And if he doesn't have a problem, he doesn't want to do it, it's also fine. Because Samini expectations like, just don't delay my work. That is all Samini is talking about.
Let me ask you.
Secondly, Samini ranting on social media is not because of Sarkodie. He's ranting because of the disrespect from the fans. So let's get the clarity. Don't let him make like Samini is just there and then tweeting. No, Samini is Samini. Even now, Samini is Samini. And Samini has yes, so don't make it look like Samini is upset with Sarkodie not giving him a feature and they're ranting on social media.
No, but he is upset. And
Samini clarified
he is upset.
He clarified it on that interview that he's not upset with Sarkodie on the Twitter.
No, but if he is upset,
he's upset. He's upset because of the fans.
That's not a problem.
It's inside onto. I mean, it's time for him to.
He's talking about the rant on Twitter, and I'm saying that Samini is not upset because of Sarkodie. That rant on Twitter wasn't because of Sarkodie. It was because of the fans.
So I'm going to get to a couple of tweets, right, from other artists, right? Some in support of Sarkodie, some on the other side of the spectrum, like I've said. Let me ask you guys this. Now, these two things I'm coming to say, I'm sure they go hand in hand, but with everything, you know, their percentages, one more than the other, and the like. Do you think this industry right now, putting you first, needs more support to thrive, or we should be more business-minded to thrive?
I think it's both. It's both.
No, I know we need both.
Yeah.
But which one
I think support is most important.
Support, no problem.
Because eventually we get the support.
Bygone, what do you think? Should we be more business-minded, or is it about support?
I think even with the level of support,
because you know I'm asking this, it seems like we're lacking in both.
Some small money has to pass through, even if it's support. I mean, something for encouragement.
Yep.
Yeah, I understand. So I think it goes both ways. What's all are you talking? I have no idea of what you're saying. Okay. So I think the business world has to be more. Even if someone supports you, you don't just look at the person like that. At least, you know, some token of appreciation or something like that.
But isn't this the problem, though? You would see someone like DJ Khaled, right? You would assume all the industry players are his friends. You would assume he just calls them for features and they do it. Trust me, there's a lot of business involved, a lot of clearance involved. These features, with DJ Khaled featuring Drake, Jay-Z, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, Nicki Minaj, and they're going on and on. These aren't just, I'll just give you something because you're my brother. I'll just give you something because you're my friend. Again, we don't know the conversations that go on between Sarkodie and Samini, between Sarkodie and Stonebwoy.
They've said it all online, like it's
years
out there now.
gone by, up until now. It seems like we still don't understand how much of a business this is. We're still using this thing of entitlement. Let's support each other. And I'm sitting here and I'm always saying, let's support. That's the most important thing. But if I call Prudence for a feature and Prudence says no because I don't have the money, I might be emotional about it. But Prudence doesn't owe me anything.
I'm coming in a moment. For all you know, Sarkodie, one or the other, is in a contract where, I mean, being featured on has to go to some level of processes. Look, I met Stonebwoy at the OKFM last time, and I was like, "Oh, Stone, can you do an intro for me?" And then he called me and said, "Yo, you know, these days one or two things, so we can't just, you know, put it out there like, yo, but we can do it in a nice way where, I mean, people understand that this is what I was doing, but not entirely."
Because it's not up to just.
It's like, I mean,
my issue is that when it comes to Stonebwoy, we already know that Stonebwoy is signed to Universal. The company said that he doesn't want to get signed to these labels because they give a lot of orders and they dictate to you. And even give a perfect example that one, this last collaboration with King Promise, he had to go through a lot of paperwork to get a clearance before he gets the King Promise feature, the Labadi song out, unlike the other times. So what I'm saying is that with Sarkodie at this moment, he doesn't have any entanglement. He could have just told, hold on, he could have just told Samini that,
you are just here assuming.
Rather taking Samini, not minding him. Why don't you tell him that Samini, you have to go to A, B, C, D? Why? Why would you delay the person's project? That is my issue. Why would you delay the project?
Do you know one reason I use the word PS? You know,
the guy is delaying the guy, and this guy has been doing this thing for so long.
The reason I use the word PS for Sarkodie and Samini,
Sarkodie has been doing this thing for so long. He's been delaying a lot of artists. If you can't do something, tell them you can't do something. Jay-Z was on Kevin Hart's show, Heart to Heart. He was talking about the fact that he turns down features and all that. Let me so just say it.
Let me read a couple of tweets, man. D Black said, "It just hit me that Sarkodie pulled up to my crib one time and he did 2 verses for me, Omega and Give It To Me featuring YC and himself on my album, and guess what? I wasn't even home. I was in Kumasi performing at an event, came back the next day and the records were done. Bless you, G. What do you think about that?"
That's good. Big up Sarkodie for that one. But when he does the wrong thing, we should talk about it. If he doesn't pull for somebody, we should talk about it.
But can you pull up?
Just tell the person. Just tell the person you can't make it. That's all. Man, that's my issue.
When Nisha said, "I released my first ever song on 1st June 2018. Just 3 months in the industry, and I sent Sound 35 to Sarkodie. 2 hours later, he sent his verse. I still have 2 songs with a top GH artist since 2020, and the person never do them. I want to say thank you, Sarkodie. You're too kind."
Wow, that's good. But in that same regard, if Sarkodie doesn't do well for somebody, my issue is that if Sarkodie does something good, that we have to applaud him, praise him. Let's do it. In the same way that he's delaying somebody's project, he's making somebody feel uncomfortable. You're not doing the work for the person. Let's say it. That is all I'm calling for. I don't have any problem with Sarkodie. Just do it. You've done it to them. You've done it to a lot of people.
I think maybe
he met this manager. The last time I was in Ghana, I was talking about the fact that he would never work with Sarkodie. Go and check the interview. He met this manager, said they would never work with Sarkodie. This is very, very bad to hear something like that from an artist manager. Why would they? I'm just saying that.
Work with you.
You're not getting me. Delaying the person is the issue. It's not about don't work. If you don't want to work with the person, it's fine. But don't delay the person. That's all I'm calling for.
What if, per numbers, again, assumptions here, we knew that Sarkodie has responded to 70% of people, and the 30% were those who are not happy. Assuming, again, what would you say to that?
Jason,
isn't he doing more than enough for the people who can work with?
You can
again,
Jason,
an assumption.
You're not getting me. I don't have an issue with Sarkodie. I don't have an issue with Sarkodie turning down features. My issue is don't delay them. If it's 70 you, 90 you, if you can't do it, I can't do it. It's better off than ignoring the people and delaying them. Thinking that they will receive something from me.
I think with the issue of Sarkodie and Samini, there's more to it that we don't know.
I think so too.
Yes,
I honestly think so too.
Because
and it's
if 3 months into the industry, Sarkodie did verses for I mean, Samina have been there for that very long time. So I think there's more. So
this same man would work with young artists and we'd say he's stepping on their shine. That's not fair to him. Is it?
What are you talking about?
Is it?
I've never said.
And you know the crazy thing?
I've never said Sarkodie stepping on somebody's shine.
I'm not even trying to defend Sarkodie.
You are, so far.
It seems like
so far, you are.
Well, I'm not
you are. You're not putting yourself in
It seems
shoes.
like it. It seems
like
it.
Doing here.
And you know, again, I'm going back to what I said as peers, right? And last week, we spoke a little bit about this. And I said emotions come in play because we should not forget. And again, this is in defense of Samini. If people think I'm defending Sarkodie.
Right now. All this one. Now you're doing this.
The thing is, Prudent, the thing is, we have to understand how much they've worked together, how long they've known each other, even though they might not be friends. So it's very difficult to be objective in this conversation when you're looking at their relationship. They don't have to be the best of buddies, right? But looking at the work they've done together, they've performed together, they've been in interviews together, they've done so much together. So in terms of context, the people involved, Samini and Sarkodie, let me ask you this before you guys leave us. What does this say for the generations behind them? Because artists are also watching this, right? There are artists who have features they haven't worked on. Artists who are also looking at, is it business? Is it support? Business can be, you have leverage. So I'm going to work with you because my name might go farther even though you're not paying me. That's a business perspective. But again, someone might say support. What does this say for generations coming up? Because we always say, let's look up to those before us, right? They're the leaders. They're the mentors.
Sarkodie is the biggest artist and rapper in Africa right now. He's got all the top accolades and everything. But for me, I think that in as much as we celebrate Sarkodie's successes and we appreciate what he has done for the industry, giving platforms for strongman, AMG Medical and all the likes, I think as an upcoming artist, you learn something from this banter or this agitation between Sarkodie and Samini. What are you supposed to learn from him? You should learn something positive out of it. And I think you have to be very, very specific and straightforward in terms of your request and your replies. That's all I feel like people should learn from me. If you can do something, do it. If you cannot do it, because you don't know how the other person will take it. You understand? So me thinking that you will leave the message, ignoring the messages and all that, might rather...
You've got a lot of blue ticks in your phone, my brother.
Me?
So many.
What are you talking about?
Everybody who's texted, you've got so many blue ticks. Bygone, what do you think this says for the industry? You know?
I think that
what's going on?
with this, the funny thing is that it's not even Sarkodie. I mean, only Sarkodie who's doing this in the industry. Like, I mean, we have lots of people.
Like who?
Like you. Let me use you for an example. Because if I was
like you,
take like
I have never not replied your message. I have never not picked your call.
You have.
I have never not picked your call.
You don't reply to it.
I do.
So I think that
is poor. That's your excuse.
When you reach out for someone, when you reach out to someone and then you want to do something and you think the person is delaying, I mean, fast forward, if you look sharp, then move on. Just
again,
like Eno said, I mean...
she did. Oh, she said something interesting.
Samini look sharp.
You just have to look sharp.
Samini look sharp. Wait,
so
he talking mind.
He talking mind. Wait, Doc say.
I can't wait to talk.
My own remix, the original version was bigger than the one did it.
So for all you know, maybe it's God's direction. It's God's direction that is coming.
I just feel like I don't have an issue with Sarkodie. The bottom line is, if you can't do something, because it keeps coming up all the time. Sarkodie turning down this, turning down this. It's a bad image for the brand Success Music. That's all I'm calling for. And I feel like they should work on it. Like I said,
right, it's context. Obviously, the artists involved and all of that. So keep adding your conversation because, you know, like a lot of artists have come out and say this again. It seems like with this, people are not on the fence. They're either here or there. Put any shouts before you leave, man.
Shouts to everybody watching. Like, last week I was on the show. I go home. A lot of people were like, what you
Yeah, doing? Man, we're working, bro.
Yeah, you know, Charlie. Me, I always say shouts to everybody. And if you know you're beautiful and you're watching the show, I love you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Lover boy. Yeah. Okay. Why go any shots before you go?
Of course, yeah, sure.
The Global Association.
Well, shout out to everybody supporting me. I mean, it's been massive. Sometimes when you share some of your works to people and some are giving you blue ticks, just like Sarkodie is giving blue ticks and all that. And there are some people who are constantly, you know, supporting me. Like Omodos, I can't just mention.
Oh, I'm here.
But God bless you. Oh, yeah, someone like Prudence.
What about Jason?
Yeah, Jason. Oh, Jason is actually looking for Gobe. I mean, not. I mean, shout out to all my Gobe people and yeah, thanks everyone.
Shouts all of them, man. I can't wait to see the person who's going to release a song called Blue Ticks. That always happens in Ghana. Has someone done it?
I think
it has to be a rap.
I'm sure somebody's going to do it.
Maybe Yapuno can do it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's another conversation. Guys, quick commercial break. We have some artists coming through. Stay tuned.
Living Faith Ministries International Church welcomes you to Higher Life broadcast from Monday to Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. and on Sundays from 4 to 4:30 p.m. with the head pastor, Bishop Dominic Newlove Alote.
The kingdom of God is superior with superior laws and regulations and principles.
Bishop Dominic is a dynamic teacher and preacher with an extraordinary depth of knowledge and understanding of God's word. His vision is to empower each and every believer to live a victorious life through Jesus Christ and to actualize their potential as well as tap into their God-given talent for the purpose of edifying their own lives and glorifying God's kingdom. Get ready to be blessed and inspired with the undiluted word of God on this channel every Monday to Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. and on Sundays from 4 to 4:30 p.m.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top serve you with football conversation, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on the cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Made it again.
You me boys. Ajinyame. Sweeter than sugar. Baby, come put you there in
The songbird Jackie, keep watch MX.
Yo, what's up, it's your boy. Last minute, you watching M24.
You know what it is about our marriage. Yeah. Big shout out to MX24. Keep watching. It's about our marriage. Alliance.
Yo, what up? What's up? This be quick.
The songbird Jackie, keep watching MX24.
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy. Last night you watching MX24.
You know what it's about our marriage. Yeah. Shout out to MX24. Watching is about our alliance.
Yo, what's up? This be Quasi out there, and keep watching MX24. Keep it locked.
Drinking my hand, I'm vibing. Uber eating outside. Don't care, I'm still in my house. towel, dancing the towel. Hey guys, it's me, your one and only Davide, a Black Star Barbie Felina, and you're watching MX24.
Oh, like, it's like
10 years. You started when you were around 10.
Yeah, around 10. Yeah.
And you started when you were around 16.
Yes, sir.
Wow. How'd you guys meet?
Actually, our families are like family friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you grew up together?
Yeah, grew up together. I knew him right from when I became conscious, yeah.
Okay. Whose idea was it to become a group? Because I'm this thing when it comes to music, right? And you were doing your thing a little bit. Whose idea was it to actually get into the music?
I think
it was his.
Yes, sure.
Tell us about that. Quick with the trap.
Locomotion. Like due to some personal issues, so he's not here.
Okay.
Yeah, he brought the idea. We were once a football, like we were playing football. We were not like music.
Okay.
So he brought the idea that it should become like, he brought some idea that he have some track like My Life.
Okay.
So we went to do it. My Life was planning out to come out down.
Okay. Do you guys have any music as solo artists? Or you've always been a group? I mean, professionally?
No. Always been in a group.
You've always been in a group. Tell us about how it is being in a group. Is it easy? Is it a nice thing? Because you know, human beings, like, we disagree on things, right? And we also agree.
Sometimes it's a little bit complicated, you know, like, they'll see it's like, no, this, we the two, we made the track, the same track, but you see, like, this boy did very well, this guy did it.
People do that?
Yeah.
How do you do
That's
that?
comparison, you know.
How do you guys do that? Is it difficult?
It's difficult and a little bit challenging too.
How do you deal with that personally? You know, when people like listen to the music and like, this guy did better, this guy didn't do better.
Then they start complaining like, this guy should have been off the track. To like,
wow, that's not a nice thing. How do you guys deal with that?
We take everything as
normal and cool.
Take it normal and cool. Okay, nice. It's good to see that you guys are in tune with each other. In tune, music, nice. Okay, so 2023, what's the plan moving forward, man, when it comes to this?
Oh, we are about to drop some EP, Africa KDP. Yeah, and we have like, so
that's EP tracks on it and a bonus track.
A bonus track, so making it,
Okay, so that's coming out when, or is it already out?
No,
it's coming out. Luna will be out Wednesday.
Wednesday, you're dropping music on Wednesday.
Luna, featuring Ted Latin.
Okay.
Nigerian artist, yeah.
Oh, nice. And when is the EP dropping?
The EP will be dropping 15th of next month.
15th of next month. Yeah. Wow. Is this difficult balancing the school and the music, or because I'm sure the girls are all over you guys? Yeah, I know. Sure, the girls are all over you. Is it difficult?
Very, very difficult. So.
It is difficult, right? Sure. Oh, but it is good that you guys are doing your thing. And like I said, you know, all of what you've been doing has led to this moment. Where you're on TV, and I hope to see you on many other platforms. Is there anything you want to tell your fans, people who are supporting you? Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, we are just telling them never to give up. You know, they kind of I don't know how to put it, but it's like they've always been at our back. Like,
they supported you and showed you love all the time, right?
I just want to tell them not to give up. Like, they should keep continuing.
They should keep supporting, right? Trapper.
You support. It's support because I trust when they support.
This music thing is not easy.
Tell us about that. What's been the most difficult part about this music thing?
Sometimes you see, you've been on the stage, then people are just saying, go away. Then
people do that to you? Wow. It's not easy, but you know, with artists like who've been in your shoes, who have gradually grown, like Camido, he might come here today. Like
I like Camido is even in the building.
Yeah, you guys have to get a song with him. Hunt him down. He's very busy though. Anyways. Yeah, Camido is one of the best. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming through. If there's any new music you want to come through, we're going to support you. I've got your backs 24/7. But you've got the song, My Baby, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're going to be signing off with. This is My Baby from Yomi Boys. Oh, where's that name from? Quickly. I didn't ask.
That Yomi represents something very sweet. So
okay, something very sweet. Guys, quick commercial break. I have Camido coming through. Stay tuned then.
Baby, you better than you better than you better than you better than. Aquili, don't let me go, don't let me cry. Oh my baby, don't let let me go. Don't let me cry. Oh, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. You are beautiful like fruit. You came into my life, everything has changed to good. Your love make I get plenty enemies, but I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Baby girl, you know me, I don't care, I don't care. Baby girl, you know me, say I don't care. Baby girl, you know me, say I don't care, 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 I don't care. Akwele, don't let me go, don't let me cry. Oh my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. Don't let me go. Don't let me cry. Oh, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. If you beautiful girl, come to me. 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 Come show me love, 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 come show me love. Don't let me go. Don't let me cry. Oh, my baby, my baby, my baby. Don't let me go. Don't let me cry. Oh, my baby, my baby, my baby. Don't let me go.
Love never fail.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual. Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual. Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Adole, come and show me that you love me. Me, I know we carry your love to play. I did Cape Town, I see one Ikebe, I know chase. She won't give me something, I know take. If you know be you, we be my paper for PayPal. I know they fake. Don't you ever say you wanna break up, baby girl? You know I know we take. Promise me before my press I sell it. Yo, DJ, run that thing again, one more time. Me do, yeah. Me pese yem born biom, me patcho mon born biom yanko.
Talk to, we got another one.
Yeah. One time. Brand new single, baby. Me do, check it out. Yeah. All the times I dey pray, make this love never fade. Make we day, make it day. And I hope say you feel the same boy. All the things where you carry, me I want to dey marry. When I pull up, he said you wagi, and I want you to be my wifey. Adole, come and show me that you love me. Me I know we carry your love, the baby. I know we carry your love. Adole, come and show me that you love me. Me, I know we carry your love to play. I dey Cape Town, I see one Ikebe, I no chaser. She won't give me something I no take. If you know be you, give me my paper for PayPal. I know they fake no. Don't you ever say you wanna break up, no. Baby girl, you know I know we take promise me before I press accelerator. One thing I know is true love is in your eye. Hey yo, hey. Please don't take me play, go touch up my life. Ooh, hey, Adole, come and show me that you love me. Me, I know fi carry your love to play. Me, I know fi carry your love. Adole. Come and show me that you love me. Me, I know fi carry your love to play. I dey Cape Town, I see one Ikebe, I no chaser. She won't give me something I no take. If you know be you, be my paper for PayPal. I know they fake Don't you ever say you wanna break up, baby girl? You know I know fi take promise me before I press accelerator. Boy. Me do, bonnetin, whoa. Boomba!
Man, can we get a clap in the background? Can everybody in the background please clap? Can everybody please? I know they're supposed to be clapping. Ziggy, they're supposed to be clapping. Oh man, I didn't know he was gonna sing.
Yeah. I had to pull a surprise on my brother.
I'm gonna start to need a live audience for this. Charlie.
Yeah.
Did you know you wanted to sing?
Yeah. I wanted to surprise you, my brother.
Charlie, thank you, man.
Because I feel so special. You hear my voice, Chair, so make us sing.
Man, I feel so special, Charlie. Man, but that's what true artistry is about, you know. It's about doing it on the spot. And I mean, we've had numerous conversations about the music, the artistry, and how far you've come. Oh, congratulations. Boom Play Golden Club. Yeah, over 100 million streams, right?
Yeah.
Can we get a clap, please, for that in the background? Come on now. This guy's working. How did that make you feel?
I mean, I feel grateful. I feel thankful for the fans. You know, obviously, I was not streaming myself. Like, obviously, the fans were streaming. So I'm just happy and grateful that, you know, I make my products and you guys, like, patronize.
So you've done that. You've released so many songs. You're still doing your thing. Won't you take a break?
Break?
No, not yet. Relax a bit?
Not yet. Like, I don't think it's time for a break. Like, yeah, I think maybe after I put out like 2 albums, I can go to Maldives. Like, the money I go make, I go chop for this more and come back.
That makes sense. With Adele, obviously.
Yeah.
How would you sum up last year for you? Because, I mean, we just got into the new year. January is here. You've dropped some new music. But let's get into a bit of last year. How would you sum it up?
I think it was a beautiful year. Like, I just think it was a beautiful year. To be honest, like, I feel like that's what we should be doing on the regular. So for me, it's not like anything spectacular. Do you know what I mean? Like, even though I'm grateful to God because it's like 1 in a million people doing stuff like that, I feel like that should be the norm. Like, I'm trying to work hard to make that the norm. Like, every year I want to be making more than like 50 million on like my records. Like, I want to be doing that. So that's the reason why I haven't even thought about like having a vacation or anything. I feel like that should be the norm. So yeah,
the thing is,
thankful, man.
How does Camilo up last year with what you did? You know, relatively a new artist, relatively, right? Yeah. With the way the music came out, with the features, with the videos, with the touring, does that cross your mind? Because I mean, everyone wants to do better, right? Yeah. But again, looking at how big last year was for you, I mean, what's the plan between you and the team? I'm sure there's steps you're going to take, but how do you guys up last year?
Yeah, sometimes you don't even know how you do them. You did get me, like, every day of last year being like how I live now, still like I'm just nervous and I'm just worried about the next step, you know, and then I take it and then it works out. Sometimes it doesn't, and I take it again and I take it again and it works out. Like, it's just like figuring it out, because obviously you know that you're living in an environment that like the structures do not exist and then do not work properly. So obviously it's just finesse. It's just finesse. Like, nobody really has it figured out.
How did you find a way, your way? I mean, finessing is finessing, right?
Yeah.
But you must be doing something right to looking at the loop of the way the industry is, right? It's like the money is not coming as much as it should. We could probably use more support. The business could be better. The structures are not there as much. How have you found your way around this? Because is one thing about the industry, right? It's not just about the music.
Yeah.
A lot of people make good music,
yeah,
right? But keeping your name out there, being in the forefront of the conversation,
yeah.
How do you find your way around?
Just staying hungry. I feel like when you stay hungry, but sometimes would eat like bankuni, like fish, then you feel like, Charlie, I'm living good. Like you just sometimes gotta like go on another man's page to see exactly what they're eating. Or maybe if you have like 100,000 Ghana cedis in your account and you feel like you're an artist and you're living good, probably ask another artist how much they have in their account. Then you probably like, you know, start to like be hungry. For me, I've always thought about like, just Nigerians, I've always said that when we take a look at how much they're making and how quickly they're making that money, and also obviously like buying houses and living good and still like pushing, then we should like, once we compare ourselves to them, then we realize that we're actually making like peanuts, and then we will double our work. So for me, I just always like try to double my work. I don't care whether like I'm a big artist or not. Like I'm gonna go like to a TV station down in like Kaswa or in like some trenches, and I'll still perform. I'll still go out there to promote my music, because bro, like, and that film.
What do you think? You are in Nigeria a lot, right?
Yeah.
Nigerian artists a lot. What do you think we can learn from them the most? If there were a couple, maybe one or two things you would say we should work on the most to get to where they are. Because the truth is the truth. Let's look at how well their artists are doing. That takes nothing away from our artists. But what could we learn from them the most?
Consistency, and also collaborating among ourselves. I feel like when we collaborate among ourselves, it's not just like, don't feel like, for me, like when you collaborate with me, it's not, one thing I've learned from them, it's about, you're also going to earn from that music. For example, if you were like the biggest artist in Ghana and then you featured me, or I featured you on my song, doesn't mean that you don't promote it. Do you understand? Because you are the biggest artist, like you still have to promote it, because when the song becomes a global song, you will still go on BET and then perform that song, because probably like that song would now take you farther than all your songs have taken you. So then you go on the BET platform and then that'll be the song you'll be performing. So every opportunity we get is an opportunity for us to like, you know.
But it seems like we don't think like this. What you're saying sounds wonderful. It's actually the truth.
Yeah.
But we don't think like this, do we?
We should. I mean, I think a few people do. Like, big shout outs to the ones who do. And myself, because I do. You know.
But
so.
if you guys are, you know, as few as you are, how does the industry pull through? If you know, if everyone is not as supportive as it should be. I mean, I was saying before you came, right? One word that has really come up a lot, I've seen on other platforms, I'm sure you've seen this too, entitlement, you know?
Right.
There's this thing where we have to be promoted, you know, you have to work with me, you have to understand and accept what I'm doing, even though it might not be as good, even though it's not for me.
Yeah.
What do you think about that part of the conversation?
You don't have to be entitled. Like me, I can only beg you to promote.
But are we entitled?
Well, I feel
Honestly
like sometimes we speak like that. Do you understand? Like I'm not even going to like lie. I feel like sometimes we all like feel like we are entitled to like people and the media promoting us by force, you know. But that one be for shaggy reasons. But I feel like I can only beg you to promote me, because like I have artists that I don't even listen to their music, but I promote it. Like I share it when they put it out. You understand? It's just for the bigger picture's sake, and like the industry or everyone involved should just like support one another because of the bigger picture, not necessarily because you like the guy or not. You understand what I'm saying? Because like, bro, we need every support that we can get to like be bigger. We need to be bigger. Like I always, like the other day I was on Twitter and I was like, I wasn't ranting, but I was just like putting out some of like the things that I thought should be done, and I feel like we should be bigger. Ghanaian artists, we should be bigger than. Do you know what I mean? Like we should not be feeling comfortable. Like we should really be bigger. We should really be going out there and taking risk. And I was like also begging corporates Ghana and like the rich, you know, who have a lot of money to spend. Like, bro, we need it, bro. We need that investment. We need our videos to look really like, you know, dope. We need to push further. We need marketing, like, and it all costs money. Do you know what I mean? So I just feel like we haven't really like polished it and branded it to look more lucrative to these people, and that's why they don't put their monies there. So like some of us, or like big shout outs to the ones who are putting in a lot of money.
And
to,
the project that seems like a lot of funding went into is your new project. Tell us about that, man.
A lifetime is
people
not
are
enough.
loving it.
Yeah, I'm loving it myself, to be honest.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, Adole is from that EP, you know. Please make sure you go and check out A Lifetime Is Not Enough. It's a new EP that I put out based on my experiences and like exactly what I've been feeling at the latter part of 2022, I decided to put it together and just like make an EP to really like solidify the brand, you know, globally before like I put out a major project. So yeah, that's
so a major project might follow.
Definitely. Wow. I'm gonna be putting out a major project, and I just want to like really solidify my brand. So I want people to please go out there and stream my
solidification.
EP.
Success. What is success to Camido? Is it streams? Is it money? Is it touring? Is it people just listening to your music? Is it fame? What defines, or what do you define as success?
For me, what I define as success is just what your goal. Like if you set a goal, for example, like today you want to stream like your show on Facebook, and then you want to make sure you reach about 500 viewers or like 5,000 viewers. If you catch that, that's like you've been successful. Do you understand? So for me, that's just what I tell myself. Like every day I have like a goal, and when I reach it, I've been successful, and I don't have to stress myself.
I love your energy, man. Yeah. You've never changed. Always been the same person, as humble as you are. Please, any shouts? We have to leave. We have to sign off. Any shouts for you?
Yeah, big shout outs to all the fans. Big shout outs to like MX24 and every media platform who has been supporting, all the fans, all the influencers who have been supporting. Please, if you are watching us, make sure you go check out Camido GDS. A lifetime is not enough. It's a beautiful body of work. Enjoy it, and make sure you repeat Adole back to back. One love.
One love, boom. Man. Unfortunately, I have to let him go because we have some more content coming over. Please support this guy. Buy his music. It's on all platforms, right?
Yes.
Every single platform. Buy the music. That's the #1 way to support an artist like Camido. Guys, I have to sign off. Hopefully very soon again. We have him performing some more. Salute.
Your songbird Jackie, keep watching MX24.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Last Minute. You watching MX24.
You know what it is, boy, now, I'm yeah.